guys? Mega Matt here with another pickups video for 2 months. Yes, I realized I did not make a video last month. Just kind of got busy around and yeah, didn't get to it. So, got some pickups, so bear with me. First off, we're going to start off last month. Well, technically not last month anymore, but it was the Midwest Gaming Classic. Always have a great time at the Midwest Gaming Classic, meeting up with friends and people you just don't see on a daily basis. Can't talk tonight. Um, but I forgot to take video. I don't like. I mean, I just get caught up. It was so busy this year. The vendor hall was like just so busy. There was over 100 vendors this year. Um, so a lot to look at, a lot to see. Um, just so much going on. I didn't even think about taking out my phone to record anything. So unfortunately, no footage. But if you watch some of the other YouTubers that were there, they took some footage. So, or you could just do a search on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find footage of the con. But anyway, so me and TJ and his girlfriend, we went to the Midwest Gaming Classic and got there, got to look around, met up with a lot of great people. I'm probably going to forget some names. I do apologize. Um, but so we had a dinner, walked around the con. I'm like tripping over cords here. Walked around the con and did the whole vendor hall thing, did the arcade, and our buddy Tiger Chainsaw was doing a bonus stage where he was interviewing a bunch of people. So I didn't really get to hang out with him too much. Um, but then met up with back in the day gamer. That was cool to see him. Megadan 29 was there. Gaming Off the Grid, they had a booth this year, which they normally don't sell at this convention, but they did this year. Um, like I said, guys, there's a lot of people, but later in the day, we met up for dinner at a pub with Chris Pico and a bunch of other people. Freaka Four was there, which is cool to see him. I didn't expect to see him. There was another guy that I've never really talked to. I don't think he has YouTube. He does a podcast. His Mega Media show, I believe. I might have screwed that up. I'm not sure. Uh, we hung out with the Game Beaters. Slayer was there. It was cool to see him. Never got a chance to meet him, but it was cool to meet up with him. Um, Captain Algebra, of course, was there. Richard W. I know I'm probably missing some people, but I cannot. Well, of course, TJ and myself. Um, but then after that, we ended up going back to Captain Algebra's room, which he was sharing a room with Gaming Off the Grid. So we all got to go back there. Mega Dan showed up. Mega Media Show was there. The Game Beaters were there a little bit. Then they had to leave because they were heading back. Um, yeah, Slayer was there. This is when I get to talk to Slayer a little bit. So yeah, like I said, though, a lot was going on. Uh, there are some people that I did not see that I wanted to see. Oh, I did run into uh, the Real Bit Wars, Chris. Just for a little bit, we were at a booth and we talked for little bit, but that was about it. Um, yeah, I didn't get to see like Kelsey. We didn't really hang out with Adam Korlick. Um, just there's just like there were so many people there. John Riggs was there. John Hancock, didn't really talk to them that much. I mean, I didn't really talk to them at all, really. Gamester 81 was there too, which was kind of unexpected. Um, but yeah, I mean, just there was so much going on this year. It's getting even bigger and bigger, which is good, but at the same time, I remember the first time we went, me and TJ, and the con was so tiny. It was kind of, you know, not as cramped, and you get to explore a little more. But it's just gotten so big, and it's starting to become one of the bigger cons in the country, which is crazy. It's the biggest con in the Midwest by far. So, um, but yeah, that was the con. Sorry, that was a kind of not a kind of a not so great explanation of it without any video. But anyway, I did get two games. I wasn't really looking for much. I was looking for GameCube, and I was looking for one PS3 game, which nobody had, which was Saw 2. I think it was called Flesh and Blood. That came out on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. It's Saw like the movie Saw. I have the first game, but I guess the second game's a little harder to come by. But anyway, this I was looking for, and I did happen to find a copy of it at a couple booths, but this one was actually cheaper. We got Midway Arcade Treasures Volume 3. I have Volume 1 and 2. This was one I was missing. It was one of these this game is one of those games where I wasn't really looking for it until I remember that I needed it, but it's a nice clean copy, so that was nice. And then the only other game which I picked up when I went around the vendor hall one a second time. So this is the only like 18 plus game on the GameCube, if you want to call it that. Like pretty raunchy game, but we got BMX Triple X. Yeah. And this one is complete, and it came with the bonus poster, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna take it out. That's the what it basically looks like for the most part. Is pretty scandalous, and I think it has a map on the other side of the where you're supposed to go in the game. But yeah, I just thought, hey, might as well pick that up. It's one game you don't really see, so yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, that was all I got from Midwest Gaming Classic. So I didn't really. I think what did I spend like $50, maybe $60, something like that. But anyway, moving on. Um, this is from that last pickup where I had that big box of PlayStation 3 games in the trunk of my car. Uh, I did make a short video on that. The lady did reach out to me. She actually found cases for Pokemon Ultra Moon and Pokemon Y. So these were loose when I first got that big box, and she found the cases for them. So that was pretty cool. Um, this game I'd been looking for. It came out on the Switch, and it was like sold out everywhere. I've been seeing it more and more lately, so they printed way more copies of it than I thought they would. Um, this is the Metroid Prime Remastered Edition on the Switch. Have not played it yet. Yeah, but I really wanted to pick this one up because I do like Metroid Prime. Um, and I ended up finding two copies. So one I opened and one is still sealed. I don't plan on keeping that sealed copy. So if anybody out there is looking for that game, hit me up. I got an extra copy. So moving on. This game, I sold some stuff to somebody in DeKalb, Illinois, which is about a 50-minute drive from here. Um, so, but I sold some stuff to a guy, and I thought there was one game store I went into, but everything was priced very high, so I didn't buy anything. But there was a GameStop, and I thought for a hunch, maybe I'll just walk into a GameStop. Maybe I'll find something. Wasn't expecting to find anything. Wasn't really looking. But I did find this. I picked this up for my buddy TJ months ago because the second one came out, and I guess the first one was really hard to find. But GameStop had a used copy of AI the Somnum Files. I don't know if I said that right, but apparently this game is getting harder and harder to find. The second one is out, and I guess you can find that. I've seen the second one there out many times. It's GameStops around here, but this one's hard to come by. So yeah, to find it used, and I think it was only like $35 or something like that. Which, yeah, $35. I left the receipt in there. Um, but it goes for way more than that. So keep an eye out. If you see this, pick it up. And then we're going to my game store, local game store. Guys, they're still slipping there. I don't know what is going on there. Like I said, I've said before the past months, there's a lot of new employees that are working there now. Um, so they're not pricing stuff right, or they're just, I don't know what's happening, but it seems like every time I go in there, something, I look around and I find something that is priced way low. Um, but this was priced at do I still have the receipt in here? I do. This was originally $54.99, and this is a complete copy, and this game goes for way more than that. But then I used a coupon, so I got it for even cheaper. I think I paid 19 bucks for this game. Complete copy of Pokemon Black 2. Um, this game goes way over 100 bucks easily. Uh, and just the cartridge alone, I think goes for like 85, 90, but complete copy, like over 100 bucks. Got it for 20 bucks? Yeah. Definitely. uh, then they also had the PS3 section. I noticed they've been pricing it well, but again, found this game. It was 15 bucks. Goes for more than that. uh, which is cool because I actually wanted to play this game, so I'm kind of happy that I found this and for a really good price. So to check it out, we got Asura's Wrath. Did I say that right? I'm pretty sure I said that right. Yeah, this is a harder to find PS3 game now, and for some reason, it's a pricier one. I mean, it's dropped in value a little bit, but it's still a $50 game easily. So keep an eye out for that one too if you find it for cheap. Uh, then I was in the 3DS section, and they're they're good with their 3DS stuff usually, but again, saw this, just happened to look at it, and it was half the price easily. Um, I probably will never play this because it doesn't look that interesting to me at all. But complete copy of Fantasy Life. Yeah, don't know anything too much about it, so doesn't look like the type of game I would play. But for 25, and I think this one's pushing 52, so keep an eye out for that one too. And then this one kind of surprised me. Sega Genesis. They're usually good on all their retro games price wise. I'm thinking the reason this one was cheap is because of the condition, which makes sense. Um, but this is a complete copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on the Genesis. And as you guys can see, the case there is kind of chewed up. Um, the manual has a lot of creases in it towards the bottom, and then there is some peeling on the label on the cartridge there. And the cartridges kind of got that like faded look to it a little bit, like the glue underneath the labels kind of settling. Um, it did have a poster, which I think TJ wants, so I might get that to him. But again, I can't remember how much I paid for this. I know it wasn't much. And this game I think is pushing around 50 bucks as well. For a complete copy, not for a loose copy, but a complete copy. So yeah, kind of surprising. My game store is still not 100% at it. Like I said, they get new employees all the time, and I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't understand. But anyway, uh, this I did a quick video, an unboxing of it. You guys already saw it. If you haven't, go check out my page. It's on my page. But limited run, they did a really awesome job on this. I believe the Contra collection. I mean, it just looks like an NES box, and like they had a sleeve for it and everything. But yeah, go check out that video. I did a whole unboxing video on it, so that's awesome to have. All right. This I got from a whatnot auction from one of my favorite YouTubers I like to watch. His name's Chase After the Right Price. He is a main reseller, but he does whatnot streams, and I happen to be on there. Uh, wouldn't know anything about this game if it wasn't for TJ, because we were in Madison and he picked this game up, and I didn't know why he picked it up, but apparently it's the sequel to 18 Wheeler, which is cool. I didn't even realize it. It's called something completely different, but we got the King of Route 66. So I picked that up for a good price, and then on their stream there was a bonus. They threw in these keychains, Caterpie, which means chase after the right price, abbreviated. So, but yeah, nice complete copy of that. So that was cool to pick that up. It was actually priced very well too. So, uh, one Goodwill find. Kind of surprising. I haven't found a lot of Goodwills lately. They've been pretty slim pickings. Um, but found this mixed in with the DVDs. There is a game section at the one Goodwill I go to where it's specifically marked video games on it. Um, but apparently this one was mixed in with the DVDs. Like somebody obviously didn't see this. Wouldn't have picked this up, but it's sealed. Another sealed game. uh, yeah, I don't know. Um, I left the price on there for $3.99, so we got a sealed copy of DDR Max Revolution for the PS2. I played so much DDR back in the day. Um, I still have it. I have one of those premium dance pads, not a metal one, just like a thicker foam dance pad. I used to play so much DDR. Uh, yeah. I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't know if I'm even still good at it. So who knows? All right, couple more pickups. This I found a couple days ago. $20 pickup. Only one unfortunate thing. It's a Zelda DS Lite, which is pretty cool. 20 bucks for this. Pretty nice of a steal, but the hinge is broken. Yeah, flippity flappity. That kind of stinks. I did look up how to replace the hinges on these. It's not easy. You gotta take like the whole system apart. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or not. Um, it did come with one game. I don't know, focus. It's a Nicktoons game. It's nothing special. My camera does not want to focus. Doesn't want to focus. Anyway, it's Nicktoons. Trip to Volcano Island. Don't know anything about that. All right. Anyway, moving on. Last couple things. This was a pickup I actually got yesterday. Yeah, it was at my parents' house, and their neighbor was going through their stuff. It's spring, getting to that spring season where spring cleaning happens, and they found a bunch of PS3 games. And I was like, "What do you want for them?" I said 20 bucks, and they said 25, and they're yours. So 25 bucks. Got a nice stack of PS3 games. So we're just gonna go through them real quick. Naruto Ninja Storm. I don't know why my camera's not focused. Blaze Blue Continental Shift. My camera doesn't like me. Fallout New Vegas. Batman Arkham City. We got Prototype 2. Army of Two. Need for Speed Rivals. And the last game, the best game out of the whole lot, which is another copy of Asura's Wrath. Pretty crazy. I find 2 copies of this game in 1 month and paid probably not even close to, got 2 copies for not even close to what 1 copy goes for. Pretty crazy, guys. So yeah. And then the last pickup, which if you know me by now, you know I love Mega Man, but you also know I love Zelda. Uh, I splurged. I picked the new. I'll just go ahead and show it. I picked up the new Zelda, uh, Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild OLED Switch. I've never owned an OLED Switch, so this will be replacing my Switch that I currently own. Um, I did buy a case for it and everything because I do not want to mess this up. It is a beautiful, beautiful console, as you can see. I have not opened it yet. I'm not going to open it until I get the cases in, which I did order on Amazon. So, yeah, I'm so happy to add this to be my Switch now. So when I play my Switch games, and that game is coming out very soon. So, yeah, you guys are going to know where my time's going to go. um, but yeah, but that's it. Yes, that is it, guys. We at 21 minutes. Kind of a long video. 2 months games, lots of good pickups these past couple months. So we'll see what next month brings. But as always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time. What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day. I'm not back in the day, gamer.